tired of the endless cycle of weekly meetings and scheduling headaches, especially nowadays where so many of our businesses and jobs are remote? Imagine a better way to keep your team informed and engaged without the hassle. And not only your team, also your community. Today, we are going to explore a game-changing solution that is making CEOs' lives and communication with their team and any kind of community way more simpler and easier and more efficient. They're called private podcasts. Hi, I'm Yvonne Hyman, aka Evie from AskEvie.com. I am a business efficiency consultant and business strategist, and I'm here to make your life easier and your business thrive using repeatable systems and processes and automating your work. Now let's start in the beginning. What is a private podcast? A private podcast is, like the name says, a podcast. However, it does not get published to the public. So it doesn't go out to Spotify and Apple and Google and all the things. It doesn't go public. It stays private. Now, why should you use a private podcast? If you're a global business with people all over the world, chances are trying to schedule weekly meetings at a good time for everybody is just a pain in the butt. What better way to update your team and community with a podcast? It keeps everybody in the loop with all the updates and important information in a consistent way. It lets employees and your community members listen whenever it works best for them, saving you the time and them to, again, try to get on the same table at the same time in the same moment. Basically, it now suddenly makes your communication so much smoother. You can easier stay in contact with your team and community, and it's so much easier to share information. Now, how do we set up a private podcast? First off, get really clear on the purpose and the audience, or you are just generating another to-do and another, this could have been an email podcast, rather than really staying on topic. So decide for what purpose you are creating this podcast. Is it educational and training? Is it updates? And then who is listening? Is it your whole team? Is it a specific department? Is it based on a community or an offer that you are regularly working with? Purpose and audience. Figure out the content and the format. Again, we already talked about what are you going to talk about? Is it more a discussion format, or is it you straight up talking at somebody? Are you bringing other coaches, consultants, thought leaders in? Are you bringing in other team members? Get really clear on what this is going to look like so that you can stay on track. And again, don't create this could have been an email podcast. Then choose your platform. Now, I have two favorite platforms. Me personally, our podcast is running on Transistor FM because our focus initially was public podcast and I wanted to be able to run dynamic ads on it, so we chose Transistor. And as you can see, Transistor allows you to create a private podcast too. Now, our secondary favorite platform is Hello Audio. Lindsay Padilla, the CEO, was on my podcast too. Love her to pieces. Love Hello Audio. If we wouldn't have been wanting to do dynamic ads on our public podcast, we would have gone with Hello Audio. So if you don't need to run ads on your public podcast, go get yourself some Hello Audio. And we have all the links in the description as always. Now that you decided, are you going with Transistor or Hello Audio? It is time for you to record and upload. Now you do not have to go all crazy. Theoretically, you literally can use your phone and record your audio on your phone. Get yourself maybe a little external mic, or you can go as crazy as me with a Shure MV7 and all the cameras and things, because yes, you can do video podcasts too. However, on this one, keep it simple. The simpler you keep it, the easier it's going to be to stay up on producing your podcast. Now I'm curious, how are you updating your team right now? Before we dive into all the nitty-gritty, right now, how are you updating your team? Are you having weekly meetings, bi-weekly meetings, a Slack channel? What is it? Let me know in the comment section on how you keep your team updated and do that regular conversation. Now, all of that is great. We got the technology out of the way. We know why we want to produce a private podcast. Now, how do we stay on top of things? You need to set a schedule. If it doesn't have a due date and an assignee, it's not gonna happen. We all know that. Create a schedule for your upcoming episodes and already brainstorm a few topics that you want to and need to cover. Little pro tip right here, because often, no, I don't know what to talk about. What are the 10 questions you constantly get asked? What are the 10 questions you should be getting asked? There you already have 20 episodes that you can talk about. Encourage feedback. Yes, you are talking to somebody. It's not a forth and back, but encourage feedback. Give your audience, give your team, give your community a way to communicate with you and get back to you to give feedback. Maybe have a feedback form in ClickUp. Totally possible. Check your analytics. Where are people popping off? Where are you losing people, to get an idea of how long you want to have these private podcasts and where people might get overwhelmed, what's not working. And then again, private podcasts should be short and clear. Respect your communities and your team's time by delivering concise episodes. Make it accessible. Ensure everybody knows how to access those private podcasts and give them transcriptions too. Adapt based on feedback. Again, you want to have a conversation with them. Yes, this is a one-way street on delivering information. That doesn't mean you can't get feedback. So be open to getting questions. And again, have a form in ClickUp that says, hey, I would love to know this and I would love to know that. What are we doing here? And really get this feedback. And then you can easily manage all of those ideas and the follow-up and when things are going out using my podcast production template right here in ClickUp. As you can tell, I can easily see where certain podcasts are at. We have the numbers, so which podcast episode is it? When is it supposed to get published? A couple of things that need to be done for this. In this case, we do have guests on it and leaders that share their knowledge. So with that, there's a little bit more going on. You don't need quite as much if it's just you updating your team. However, this podcast template within ClickUp makes it really, really simple to plan out your podcast trainings, your private podcast publishing schedule. So if this all feels a little bit much and you don't know where to start and you're just feeling overwhelmed in your business and all the things that you want to do, you can do, people tell you should do, I want to invite you to really power up your business. Come join us because I really would love to help you. Following these simple steps and tips will help you effectively create and manage a private podcast so you can easily and efficiently share your knowledge and updates with your team and community. If you're ready to simplify your communication and say goodbye to those endless meetings, consider implementing a private podcast for you, your team, and your community. It's a straightforward way to keep everybody informed and engaged without the usual scheduling headaches. And if you are interested in more communication tips to make your business easier and clearer, check out this video over here where I talk about good habits and efficient team communication. And also don't forget to subscribe because I want to see you in the next video.